So we've got Lordigan. Who's facing crazy 24/7.
So we've got Crazy 24/7, who's a prominent KOF player in the UK region.
He's definitely one of the London UK players.
One talented London UK player.
He's got a very, very scary diamond actually. I think in this, yeah, he's using it. And he seems to have opted to use Whip instead of last week's Kyo. Crazy obviously being a part of last week's tournament, which yours truly managed to win by fluke, I hasten to add, over Paladin from Scotland. I think Paladin may be part of the Reset Aberdeen crew. Perhaps somebody in the chat can let me know if that's right or not. But as we kick things off, we've got Crazy missing the confirm with Whip. Continuing to put on some pressure.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be two highly offensive players coming up against each other. We're going to see some very quick matches, aren't we, Grim?
We are. We should see some very quick matches, especially when Diamond comes on the scene. Because it'll go quick either way, because you'll either get bodied or body. It works pretty much like that.
And with this match as well, we're going to have players, well, characters that we don't usually see. Lordigan that Sans Ninja, or the way Lordigan plays him as a ninja anyways. We've got the Antonio. And we even got the very, very scary Nightmare Geese.
Indeed. Indeed. Now, Lordigan, as we already know, because he turns up every week, you know, whether we do the open lobbies or we do a tournament, he's just always there. It's like a bad smell, always lingering. He's got a plethora of characters to choose from, and he tends to go now for the characters that nobody knows anything about, one of them being Antonov. Now, I actually had the misfortune to play against this Antonov midweek, and I had no clue as to what to do against him. But it seems like Crazy's got everything handled.
Well, I suppose another thing to take into account is Lordigan's appeal towards villain characters.
Oh, I suppose, but I'm not entirely sure that Antonov's a villain. You know, he's a boss, but he's not necessarily a villain. He's kind of a good guy, actually. Because if you play through to the end, he actually sacrifices himself to save a kid. Which I'm sure most villains won't actually do. Alright, so Lordigan needs to make up some space here, make up some time here, and get Diamond out of the picture. He should be able to do it if he doesn't get too close. He's able to do that with Geese. Missing the opportunity for a combo, not kicking deep enough. The kick was a bit too high. Okay, now we have an even match. Both characters will have 3 bars to choose from in order to do their supers. And we even have the rival music.
Hello, Grim, can you hear me?
I can indeed.
It's just really silent for a minute.
Yeah, that's because I stopped talking. Now we have a battle here for the ages. Lordigan managing to get... Oh, that's okay, there's a punish. Is he going to get the full Raging Storm combo? No, he's not, unfortunately. This has turned out to be quite a close match.
It's a shame I can't see this match, I don't know why.
Are you out of the room?
I'm not.
Why can't you see it?
I mean, I was in the lobby and I was in the match as well. I entered in, but...
Did it start without?
Yeah, it started without me.
Okay, you see that happens sometimes in this. With this, I don't know why it happens. It's a bug with the lobbies. Hopefully they'll fix it in the next patch. Lordigan managing to take the first game. Well done, Lordigan. That was a lot closer than I actually thought it was going to be.
And it sounds a lot faster than I suppose it'll be.
Indeed. Indeed. I'm not sure if you'll be lucky enough to catch the second game.
I'm hoping so.
If not, then you'll just have to sit back and I'll do the commentating until the next match.
Yeah.
Right, so here we go, round 2. Now Whip, I don't know, Whip's a bit of an enigma because I use her occasionally, but she's one of those characters that you've got to play so perfectly, because if you don't, you know, she'll just die very, very quickly. She'll die very, very quickly, and before you know it, it's game over. So Lordigan's 1 game in the lead. Whip with a raw activation, hopefully giving her some unlucky missing with the moves there. Unlucky missing the reflex. Now you see that the standing C is actually very, very risky because it draws the enemy inwards, and unless you have a max mode to cancel into, you're actually at a frame disadvantage, giving the enemy a free punish. So maybe not a good choice. You're absolutely right, Sarah. She is a weird character. Her hitboxes do feel small, but you can actually hit her whip as well, which mean that her hitboxes can be as big as Diamond or even Chang sometimes. She's odd indeed. So we got Diamond chasing Joe around the place, but Lordigan unfortunately dropping his max mode combo. Still managing to keep up some pressure though. Diamond fighting his way out of the corner. Will this kill? It won't. Double KO. See, now Lordigan will be happy with that because Diamond's definitely a character you don't want hanging around. Yes, the hurt boxes do increase, Cyrus. This is Cyrus in the chat. But with Whip, it's really, really noticeable because it seems like they increase at the same time. They occupy the same space at the same time, which is just ridiculous if you ask me. She could be so great, but you know, SMK please, fix Whip. So here we go, we've got Crazy putting the pressure on Antonov in the corner. You know he needs to because he's got some time to make up. Dust kick missing, there's the punish, unable to capitalize. Antonov is dead. We're going to go into the last round now. The fateful battle between Geese and Terry. Who's going to walk away with the victory this time? I wonder. Burn knuckle to the face. Well, well, well. Raging Storm! No, no Raging Storm. The throw loops here. Is this Street Fighter 5, anyone?
Shot flag.
Exactly. Of course, very difficult to punish a lot of terrorist specials. His crack shots and his burning knuckles are pretty much unpunishable at the right distance. And if you're wondering why that hit, level 2, Buster Wolf will always go through a fireball. So we have Crazy managing to tie up 1 game all. Well done, Crazy. Cyrus, you'll get there. Practice, lots of lab time, you'll get there. Now, I wish we were able to set the other games off while we were waiting, because I feel that some people may be sitting around doing not much at the moment. Opening up with a slash kick, put Whip in the corner, she doesn't like being there. Okay, that could be the start of an awesome maximum combo. Tricky timing, but you know, he didn't have the bar to use it. There we go, Joe keeping the pressure up with Whip in the corner. There's not much she can do close range. She's definitely not a close range fighter. She's a mid to full screen, mid-range to full screen fighter. It definitely suffers in close quarters. Nice reflex. Not quick enough to make the combo with it though, but it was a good reflex anyway. That's deflecting some damage or some pressure. Lordigan unaware that that's an overhead. Lots of people get caught out by that, but once you know, it makes whip even worse because there's not many offensive options that she has. Her whole game is the mix-up, and they're very, very easy to see through. Wow. The pressure. Watch that stunt, the guard bar. Look, managing to fight his way out of the corner using the level 2. Cheeky whip. Sethris whip his pants. She's easily the worst character out of all the DLCs, and you know, 3 out of 4 of them are really, really bad. You've got Yamazaki, who's brilliant. You've got Vanessa, who's terrible. You've got Whip, who's absolutely the worst, and you've got Rock, who's actually not bad. You know, sits comfortably mid-tier. Does kick off the floor, correctly punishing for max damage. I'm not knowing where the attack's coming from here. Diamond finally able to put Antonov to bed. Now, can Geese destroy Diamond and win the battle? This is going to hurt. Goes into level 2. That looks like a good 500 plus damage there. Ouch. Looked very definitive, didn't it? So Crazy manages to walk away with a victory there. Well done, Crazy. Crazy managing to cement his place as the first winner there. Well done. You done good. You done good.
Congratulations, Crazy.
So we're all here finally. Now, that was a bit of a mix-up. Let's give some instructions. Let's start some games off.
Alright, so the first game was defeated towards Crazy. And for what it sounds, I suppose this was a very well fought game.
Emit. Then Gill versus Grim.
Grim, you can still see me up in the lobby, right?
Yeah, I can see you're there.
I just hope I can finally watch a game.
Oh, where's Artemis? Where's he gone? Oh, 1 minute. Let me see where he's gone. What are you doing? And why aren't you here? Because I know you got an invite. Can't be doing this, man. In the middle of a tournament, you know?
Alright, cool.
Right, so if Artiko's not here, then he's just going to get disqualified because he was here. And I'm not hanging about. So...
Well, I suppose there's a waiting time for Artiko until he enters in. But unfortunately, he will be disqualified due to his unattendance.
Exactly.
And it is a real shame. And we've got a lot of talented people up in the stream. We've still got a lot of talented people anyways. But in the meantime, Grimulus gets his first slick win.
Well, that's not my win. That's Emit. He gets a pass because Artiko has done a runner. So let's go ahead and disqualify him, shall we?
Unfortunately, so.
Now, Emit gets a bye. So we've got myself and Gill. This should be interesting. I haven't actually played Gill for a very, very long time. So, it'll be interesting to see where this goes. Let's get started. Are you in the room? AeroMan.
Member select.
Now as we start, we're going to choose my no, this is my B team, I think. It is now. We'll do this and
Order select.
I'll go ahead and put Clark first.
Mission start. Round 1. Ready, go!
Okay, interesting. There we go. Oops. Very nice. Gill able to keep up the pressure, defend against my pressure. And keep Clark out, which not many people can do. Actually, I'm quite impressed by that. Well done. Ah, I missed! Wow, why did I miss? That's interesting. Okay, Soups, I'll stop trying for the grab. Mr. God Soup and my other commentators in the chat telling me what I shouldn't be doing. Ooh, that could have been bad. The correct way to build up meter. Nice. I don't want you coming forward. Sethris is obviously very good on the counter attack.
Round 4. Ready, go!
Ah. Nice. Okay. And with that, Grim manages to take the first win. That's not so bad. Is he back? Oh, well, do you know, I've already disqualified him. I don't even know if I can add him again. Well, that's... I don't know what to say about that, really. We'll see what I can do after this match. Okay. Okay, Robert being a git, getting close on. That's his long flipping legs. Whoops. Thankfully he was unable to punish. This is better. Just a bit too far out for the whiff punish. Whoops, didn't want to do that. I'll take it. Now it's under 17 seconds, so... Sorry, so we'll see if I can add him back. I may be able to. I doubt it, but I'll try. Because once the player's been removed, I have a feeling that may be it. Nice. Clark starting to warm up.
Well done. Player 2 wins. 面白い。やろうか。Round 3. Ready? Go.
Yeah, I was unable to backdash out of that one, which means I eat tons of damage. There you go. Gets Rio out of the way. Running up and getting a cheeky slap in. That's not on. What do you think this is? Right. There you go, Soups. Didn't go for the grab. Went for the other punish. And with that, Grim manages to take the second win. But on Grim, yay! Not bad. So, let's report those scores real quick. Where is Easy gone? No, we've lost another player, have we? Where's Cyrus gone? No, he's there. Right, okay, so let's move on swiftly with this tournament. So, for some reason, my co-commentator seems to have disappeared. Not quite sure what happened there, because he was here. No, he wasn't. Everybody seems to be leaving. And I can't figure out why. It's just one of those technological days, isn't it? So, our next match, anyway, is going to be between...
Grim.
Oh, hello. Where did you go?
Wait, did you hear me on commentary at all?
Not at all.
Sheesh, man.
So
I
anyway...
was commentating the whole time.
Nope, didn't hear a word you said.
Oh, that's horrible, man.
These things do happen.
Yeah, I was saying that Gil definitely had an impressive rubber, like maintaining the block strings with special moves and anticipating anything that came afterwards with his kicks.
Yeah.
But as far as it goes, you have a very fearless Vice, and you was definitely able to dominate Yuri. And I was saying it's something like a dominatrix in that matchup, because Vice can keep her in place or keep her out pretty much however she feels like. But it is a real shame. You managed to hear me on commentary.
No, I thought you'd legged it.
No, I mean, it seems like Discord keeps going on and off. It keeps cutting on and off. That is really a shame. That really is a shame.
You didn't just have me on mute, did you?
No.
No, it doesn't matter
No,
anyway.
No. Man, I was commentating the whole time. Didn't realize I wasn't recorded or not. Well, right now we have this fatally furious team of Cyrus versus this King of Fighters special team of Crazy. And there isn't really a need to feel how each other's playing, because Whip is definitely keeping Sirius on his toes. But this is the first time I've seen this matchup right here. You know, both characters are good with their burst damage. But I see Whip having this anti-attack against Rock Howards. So Rock is always going to have to come in. But this is some genius gameplay, man. This is my goodness, my mind is blown right about now. I bet I know how
cheeky.
crazy. I know how serious feels right now. My mind was blown. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, doing his best to keep Cyrus in place there. But watch that block stun.
What to do even more than that? Whip is definitely the dominatrix in this match. See, I love a good offense, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, offense is certainly the best defense for most players, for most characters. And what we've seen as of today, something game-breaking. Certainly. One thing Sirius needs to heed towards is Definitely not remaining in that corner against Crazy's whip. And we're seeing just the opposite right here. Change of hand. An easy change of hand. He's using all his meter, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that was a level 1 that hurts.
King unfortunately missing the chance to punish there. Hopefully he can take Whip out of the picture. Yes, he does.
And
Whip's
he
now gone.
does. With what looked like the longest overhead at distance, he managed to block it just in time. Ooh, Damon.
Yeah, this is where it gets a whole lot scarier. This guy needs his own scary theme music. See the command roll into the trip throw.
Into a perfect. And what a way to start and finish the second round. But I can see the disadvantage of health. Not that it matters so much. But are we going to see Sirius's best character right about now?
See, no, I actually thought King was his best character. At least the last time I saw him play her, he seemed to pin a lot of people down in the corner with her. But in this instance, you've got Diamond, who doesn't like to be anywhere. He tends to go where he wants to go. The guy's a walking tank. Look at this.
He is,
Press a
and
button.
he's resetting him to hell.
Yep.
Man, I think when Geese looks under the bed covers, he sees Damon under the bed, you know?
I think that's the case as well.
Oh, he's certainly looking out for trouble. Sounds right there.
Yeah, so Crazy managing to walk away with the first game there in that set. I won't call it a mismatch. Perhaps Cyrus was just a little bit unprepared for Diamond's earth-powered fury.
Well, I could certainly say it was unaccounted for. If you're going to dish out as much fire as you do, you know, make sure you're able to handle it.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, because I've had to remove quite a few players of this tournament, we've had a few gamers who've had to sit around doing nothing. Emit and Lordigan in particular, they've had nothing but buys going into the round 2 of this tournament, which is a shame. Now, we had a few technical problems to start with. Nothing that, you know, was our fault, as it were. It's kind of the lobby's fault. Oh, that's disgusting.
Well, in the meantime, you're never going to miss out on impressive gameplay, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy's not fearful about his walk-ins and his attacks, his approach.
Well done.
Now, make no mistake, people, Whip remains rubbish. She's absolutely terrible. What's going on here is character unfamiliarity, which is a huge weapon in KOF. If you don't know a character's moveset, you don't know how to defend against it. It's as simple as that.
Well, one thing that we said, Grim, is that with what Whip has as an advantage in terms of range, like throughout range anyways, she has the huge disadvantage of a giant and extended hurt box every time she does something.
Yeah, that's right. Her hitbox indeed does get bigger whenever she uses her whip.
I mean, see something like a Dulcium, it's like, it's not, although it's not her skin or any human attachments towards her, her hurt box just seems to be the biggest issue for her.
It is. Well, that and the fact that she doesn't have any useful moves up close at all.
Yeah, I suppose if you're approaching Whip, ladies and gentlemen, the best you can do is just keep her on the toes, really.
Exactly. Stay close to her. Don't let her get a chance to use any moves.
Yeah, otherwise you get good knocks to your head.
Player 2 wins.
Disrespectful knocks to your head. Well, it's looking like Crazy has all the means to be disrespectful. He's constantly approaching and succeeding in each and every approach.
Oh,
I mean, I might say that, you know, Geese sleeps on those bed covers for Damon, but I can certainly say that Crazy is the guy that makes Cyrus look under the bed covers at night.
well, like I said, it's character unfamiliarity. Because Cyrus is doing nothing wrong here. He just doesn't know how to fight against Whip. You know, a few matchups will fix that right up.
Well, it's getting to the last game right now. Adaptation is key, but I'm thinking more anticipation towards those hops and any means of approach from whip. It's something that Sethris is just gonna have to do. Well, I spoke too soon. It's the
Yeah.
end game.
No, that was it. Yeah. So crazy managing to get through quite convincingly, I have to admit. Which brings us on to our next game, which is Emit versus me.
Well, let's just hope we don't tend to see another steamroll.
No, Emit's decent. He's got a really, really good kukri, actually.
Well, I look forward to my kukris anyways.
Now, of course, the loser of this match will get to fight against Lordigan, who went out in the first round to crazy. That was actually very, very tight. We had 3 games, which were actually quite close. I'm going to use this team with whip in it.
Well, Grim, who is very doubtful of Whip's prowess, has decided to use her as an anchor.
I like her. She's an interesting character. She's just terrible.
But I'm finally seeing Yamazaki. I mean, I like my Whip, but Yamazaki can definitely switch up the neutral game. And we're going to see that today.
Cyrus is saying that he never stood a chance in the chat. Do you know what, Cyrus? You did stand a chance. All it was character unfamiliarity. You're not used to Whip's gimmicks. That's all.
Oh, let's see with Emit right about now. I don't even know where to start, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I'm seeing so many exchanges of scrabbles right here. I just wonder who's going to get the first momentum of the game in the first round. Wow, what an anticipation right there.
Actually, that was an option select because I was actually going to do the his ground punch, but because I'd already done the motion and he went to the other side, that move came out instead.
Oh, you can call the option select all day, but I suppose with that luck as well.
Well, that's pretty much what it was.
Or luck of the draw. Once one character switches from one side to another, it tends to mess up the motions a little bit.
Yep. Why did I roll?
Emit has to be very wary about how he approaches the close range game, because where Emit is constantly taking damage, Grim is succeeding with all these scrabbles. Well, I like to see a good Heinz in the morning, but
Heinz. That's funny.
and Heinz is saying, you know, a good win was served. Let's see what Heinz willing to dish out against Whip. I don't want it to be a case of character unfamiliarity. I mean, how many players can constantly make this excuse, but
There's me dropping the combo there. Whoops, wrong way.
Whip with the double kick. Emit couldn't really anticipate something like that. But he just needs to jab those imminent approaches, those hops. Oh. Dunk on the head. Oh. Grim certainly had many ways of finishing his food. But this is a match I'm certainly looking forward to. And this is exactly what I expected. Right in the beginning of the game, Yamazaki has enough range to go for the first attack every time. So can he truly be dominant in a range game? Although he's facing Whip, with that extended hurt box and Yamazaki's very prominent slash attacks. Are we going to see a lot of trades here? Oh! Sit down! gonna hurt. Oh, there's no need to a special finish right there.
That's actually my favourite move of hers. See, Whip gives off this impression that she's all innocent and, you know, wholesome, but she really isn't. She's a bit of a sleaze.
Well, she's got a whip.
Yep.
And she's got a few bullet holsters like around there.
Yeah.
Around the jacket side, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, she's definitely a rose with many thorns.
Indeed. So going into game 2 here.
And the rose with many thorns there is hard to approach. Grim manages to leave himself barricaded with many normals as he tends to approach him. So once you're able to go through most of his pokes, then yes, you're able to come in with a jump in. Oh, what is this gameplay right here? Ralph is able to avoid most of Kukri's sand attacks. This is something you don't normally see. Emit needs to be very wary. He's getting too many jump-ins right here. Emit, what's going on with the defense?
Yeah, well, to be fair, Ralph is a bit of a git.
Well, I suppose with many of Ralph's jump-in punches, I would say, slam punches, as soon as you block that, best thing you could do is roll. Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Probably should have gone to level 2 there, I reckon.
Well, by any means of evasion, he managed to optimize his damage straight after that. And that was something certainly impressive, but by all means, I think he should have used his meter.
Yep.
Emit cannot allow Ralph to continue to play his game. And Grimulus is chasing Hind down like a rabid dog.
That's what Ralph does, he just goes forward. He doesn't go
no
backwards very well.
There's no turning back from the Demolition Man himself.
No.
But let's see how things fare. Once you got Zamazaki, you can certainly Street Fighter 3 parry your ass. And that was a well fought roundhouse by Emit. But you must understand that on the way forward, unfortunately, he wasn't able to get that full optimization of that overhead. In that much mode, is it gone to waste? No, it has not. That's certainly impressive to see. Like whatever Ralph was doing, he could have been jump punching, but yeah, he managed to grab it out there. And Emit, certainly down to his last character, is going to be a well-fought final round for him anyway, so is it the final round? We'll see.
Unlucky.
That was certainly unlucky. I mean, for me that looked certainly unsafe.
See what I mean about that hitbox?
Just a few times. And Whip's extended hurt box is doing no favors in this matchup. It's pretty much something that I expected in this matchup. Whip me, I mean, Grimulus certainly has to change up his mobility game in this matchup. And watch your feet, Emit. Watch your feet, both of you. And what would seem like a taunt is ultimately a special move, but I certainly wouldn't be worried because at least Grimulus was able to finish. This is why you have to be on the ball with the offense, ladies and gentlemen. Always finish your man. Because it's not over until his green health is gone.
Right, so Grim. No, that was it. Was that the second game? That was it.
Yeah, it was the second game.
Yeah, so Emit now unfortunately goes into losers. Where he will face Lordigan. Now, we're going to play the losers matches here, which would mean that we are looking at Emit first.
So I'm just looking for the brackets. TNT6 UK.
Yep.
MT.
Alright, so we have Emit versus Lordigan.
So Grim, was that M or M for move or N for November?
What's this? TNT.
bracket.
N for November.
N for November, I think.
Order select.
Just looking up the brackets for you, streamers, all you fighters out there.
Round 1.
For those who don't know what Songs of the Deaf are, is in the background. I actually explained this to my commentator last week, God Super. Songs of the Deaf is an album by an awesome group called Queens of the Stone Age. If you don't know who they are, go check them out. They did that amazing song called Go With The Flow on the first album. With Dave Grohl on drums, believe it or not. Anyway, so here we go, kicking off. Emit's on the receiving end in the corner, taking some pressure from Joe.
Against Joe of all characters, I mean, he's not someone who overly tends to pressure, but this is impressive gameplay.
Well, Joe
Lordigan is somewhat different as well.
Joe actually has a very good game going forward. A lot of people tend to sit back and throw fireballs and hope for you to jump them. That's his basic game, but going forward is actually quite deadly as well.
I mean, when you tend to play a character uncharacteristically, tends to throw other people off their game when they tend to see the regular gameplay or the regular style of play. And that's something that I like to see in KOF as well, when you tend to see characters being used so differently or experimentally. But this is some impressive Joe gameplay.
Emit saying, get off me. Oh, missing the punish there. Could have done a lot of damage.
And by means of reversal, he used the meter, but it was definitely a good way of getting out of there. Like, you don't want Joe like just constantly rushing you down in the corner.
Absolutely not.
But Heinz is definitely changing things around.
Well, he's doing his
Both
best.
players are fighting for the play.
See, he delayed that tiger knee there.
We're no different from the animals, ladies and gentlemen, because they're fighting for territory in the match. We're definitely fighting for territory on stage. Both players looking to put each other in the corner. That's how it goes in the KOF, man. But as I can understand from this matchup, both players are going to fight for the neutral game. I don't think any of these characters has the superior neutral, but fundamentally, Emit has to worry about those projectiles being thrown at him at the moment.
Absolutely.
He's taking a lot of those hits, unnecessary damage being taken off. Oh, but smacked him.
Yep, doing that low snake arm, managing to take Joe out of the picture.
Yeah, managed to graze his knees, and Joe just couldn't handle that.
Now this is going to be a very unfamiliar matchup for Emit because nobody uses Antonov. I don't even have to fight against him.
Well, we'll certainly see here right now who's the bigger man.
Unfortunately, missing his super at the end of that snake arm. Could have taken a lot of damage there.
Ah!
Dust kick.
Ah!
Missing the conversion there. Lordigan taking the first game rather convincingly. It's been a rough ride for Emit.
What a way to make use of that overhead, ladies and gentlemen. What a way.
It's true, I don't think many people would use it as a meaty. Going into our second game.
Well, to apply the loafers to your head is just something you need to worry about most of the time.
Yeah, wearing hush puppies on your head.
Round 1.
Kind of like the music definitely parallels the sort of rush down game style that's going on.
Exactly.
Kind of jazzy. It's like the clash of tempo, clash of pace between both characters. Both characters are fighting for territory, but
Emit needs to get out of
Lordigan is
that
definitely
corner.
kept in place. He needs to get out of that corner.
Absolutely, he can't stay there.
I mean, I suppose Emit will be worried about having two Joes in there because
Wonderful!
he's definitely being dogpiled by all those tornadoes, all those flaming kicks.
Yep.
We're seeing a freak of nature right here.
手早く済ませましょう。
Round 2. Ready, go!
Lordigan is playing all those weather extremities, the wind, fire, and possibly rain as well. Because right now he's raining down terror on Emit right now.
So let's see if I can get any kind of consistent offense going. The problem that we have here is Lordigan's a very tappy player. He likes to press buttons. Now,
He certainly does, and he certainly likes to combo off of those buttons as
exactly. Well, Emit is a lot more considered, a lot more deliberate in his actions. He likes to do setups and capitalize off setups. But Lordigan seems to have a setup off of every single button that he has. I've been off the receiving end of that, so
I certainly see what you mean by deliberate. I mean, once he unloads his one setup, you know that something beautiful might happen, but
Yep.
unfortunately, he keeps being locked down.
exactly.
Locked down. Like, what we're witnessing right now is Lordigan being able to lock down a lot of Emit's gameplay, and that's not good. Like, the only way Emit can take himself out of losers right now is if he's able to maintain his own tempo, his own composure.
Oh, those taps.
It's not giving him the time of day. This is what I like to see. Offense and use, they're comprised, and he's keeping him in the corner on the most. Oh my goodness, you hate to see this kind of thing happen.
Yeah. Unlucky Emit. That was rough.
Lordigan was definitely glutinous with his food.
Yeah. Do you know, if I didn't know any better, I'd say that Lordigan was trying to make his way through losers. Unlucky Emit.
Well, I can only say that
GGs.
Lordigan just wanted it more, you know, he just had the hunger.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, what we're going to do is move on to our next losers round, which is between Sethris and Gill. I keep saying Sethris, it's actually Cyrus, but his name's different on the thing, so.
Who knows, you know, it might be a possible alias in the future. I mean, Sethris is not such a bad name. It kind of ties in with the whole KOF meld.
You think?
Yeah, certainly. Now, if you'd be worthy of the name Sephiroth, that's a different story. He'd just be game breaking and world changing, completely dominant in most of his rounds.
Yeah.
Member select.
So what we have here is two players who are very momentum based, and I can imagine right at the start it isn't going to be a means to feed each other up. It's going to be a means to actually unload and start something. So Robert's either going to go high or it's going to go low, or Cyrus, he's going to go with Rock first.
I'd agree with that. To be fair, Rock's quite versatile. You can play in pretty much any position.
He is, but he certainly needs the meter right about now.
Yeah, there is that.
I suppose I would have gone with Yuri, but I need to keep Robert out with those reversals. Gil is just going to keep kicking up all day. By all means, there's no means of a trade. There is certainly going to be no trades tonight. Robert is having the upper hand with those kicks. Oh,
That was a bad fireball.
the wrong time as well.
Absolutely.
I mean, what can Rock really do there?
Well, press a button other than do a fireball, really. Usually when characters are that close, it's usually wise to press your fastest button.
Well, I suppose Rise and Tackle would have done something.
It's also
Even
risky.
if he could just trade him out of the corner. suppose sometimes you might have to lose health in order to reprimand yourself and evade. That little bit of health compared to any combos, on any unloaded combos right there. But as I said, both players vying for momentum. And Robert is just so good of a character for that. But King is a great character as well.
Oh, she's brilliant. I love a bit of King.
I mean, she certainly excels in all areas, in all ranges. Having the upper hand against Robert, who's at best in the neutral and the close range. Those constant dive kick pressures. See what I mean? Like, King has enough recovery to be able to unload with another special move, something that Robert just certainly can't do at the moment.
Oh, Robert can do. Robert can do a lot. He's actually got a lot of advantages over King. For one, his legs are stupidly long.
I suppose there's always a size advantage between male and female right there. Oh. Oh.
Oh. Finish him.
Use as much as
Yes.
you can. That's all needed to be done.
Yeah. Cyrus manages to get Robert out of the way.
Very decent use of that max mode, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Round 3. Ready?
One hit or
Do you
two.
know what? I actually looked away for that moment. And
I looked away as well. I looked away as well, and all I heard was screams.
yeah. It was that bruiser that got censored. Right, so here we go. We've got special music. This is interesting. I didn't think there would be for this matchup. Perhaps someone in the chat can tell me why there's special music between these two. I mean, I'm aware of the Southtown connection, but
Oh, what a way to start a game with Rio for sure.
yeah.
I like to see this about Rio, like being able to optimize his damage fully. But I can say for certain that one of those Rio punches is all it takes to put him in the place he needs. Oh, that was a good reversal, right? Oh,
A
that's
bit
unfortunate.
too high there.
I would say it's the wrong special. You could have used his projectile
Fireball.
special
Yeah,
right there.
absolutely.
And we're going to see a lot of this for now. We're certainly seeing Nightmare Geese in max mode.
Well, he's going to have to be in max mode, to be fair. Oh, unlucky to capitalize off that first tap.
Well, he has him in place at the very least, right where he wants him, and time is ticking. Whoa!
Okay.
I mean, I suppose he could have just blocked right there. He's
Well,
not taking that much.
I think it probably would have killed, actually. Remember,
I
this
think
is-
he would have had that pick.
Yeah, I don't think he would have had a pixel. I think this isn't Street Fighter 5. You know, you block a special and it takes a chunk. You block all block damage isn't created equal.
Well, certainly for a moment I heard all blacks, but
Well, you know, had to censor myself there. Don't need any complaints.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm almost entirely without the filter anyways, but
Right, so here we go. Robert managing to push Rock into the corner where nobody really wants to be in this game.
just had to adjust himself right there.
Yep.
He's looking too smooth right now. You know, Gil has just been able to get every single one of those anti-airs against Cyrus. That's not a good thing.
Yeah. To be fair, Robert's standing D is very, very good for anti-airs. And like Crazy is pointing out in the chat, Robert's poke game is just too strong. It is definitely up there.
Well, Gil certainly pours any water to Cyrus's momentum. Fiery momentum anyways. With every single one of those anti-airs. And that's what you need to do. as a resounding defense, anyway.
Bad speed. See, when, like I mentioned before, when a character's close, the best thing to do
Ah.
is press your fastest button.
Yeah, I can say that for sure. When Rubber's hot kicking you all day, you just need to trade at the very least with a light jab.
See, now this is interesting. We have Inferno Kong in the chat, and he's using language that I've never even heard. What does top tainer mean? Is that a northern thing? I have no clue. Please educate me.
I can only imagine what that means.
Exactly, I'm literally baffled.
I can only comprehend.
So it's a super fireball which misses. He's doing his best to keep Robert out.
Ah, Cyrus, hold it in there, man. You're definitely avid with those projectiles, and it cost. You're certainly going to get punished at some point, you know. Keep it easy, those projectiles, man. Oh, keep it concise with those fireballs, my man. Oh, that was a missed reversal, and he wasn't able to capitalize. I just hate to see that.
Oh, good fireball.
Geese could definitely finish his food right about now.
He could.
And I wouldn't have to worry about time so much as Geese has all the meter, and he's on his last character.
Okay, so Gil manages to earn the second OCV of the night. I don't think anybody saw that coming. Well, maybe some people did. I certainly didn't, because I know that Cyrus has been steadily improving on this game. He's not crap. Well done, guys.
I wouldn't say that myself, anyways. But he just became a bit too trigger happy with the projectiles.
I think so. So Gil moves on in the competition, which moves us on to our next match, which is myself. This is the semi-finals. Myself and Crazy 24/7. This should be interesting. I'm scared for his Goro.
Well, knowing that he's called Crazy, you certainly have to be worried about him being on a constant approach with you. And that 24/7 means that he's always stalking.
Yep. So Gil, you're gonna have to move, my friend, because we can't actually play the match if you're sitting there. Gil.
Grimulus certainly plays.
Thank you. Right, so let's see. I played Crazy last week in the tournament, and he didn't bring diamond for me. I was interested as to know why.
Well, to sum it up, it could be the means of training new characters.
Well, there is that, but this is, you know, effectively a tournament. Now, I'm going to be brave, and I'm going to use Team B, which effectively all my teams have either Ralph or Clark in it, but it depends on who you choose. Oh, no, Damon. Back to Team A. No, we'll be brave.
Well, I
We'll go
suppose
Team
with
B.
these different teams, it could be a case of which is the better team, which is the lesser, or it could be a case of adaptation. Anyways.
Absolutely.
But Damon is certainly first.
No,
I
not
suppose-
necessarily. Let's put Diamond last. It's going to be
like
scary, isn't it?
Like an imminent change right there, anyways.
Let's go, Clark.
Oh. Crazy needs to take it easy. Keep in mind that Clark is very close range. That's the last place you want in right about now. Crazy just seems to allow Grim to play his game. And I wouldn't say that as he's just taking nibbles of his health constantly. And Grim is looking like the winner of tonight as of right now. Display.
Oh, I see. This is what I hate. I hate a mirror match in this game, especially when it's Clark. What? Did I press a button?
Well, I can say for certain in this mirror match.
Oh, you got it first.
Both players will have the tendency to think alike anyways, but it's just very important that every roll, every low hop has been anticipated, at least the quickest normal.
Oh, no, that's not good.
Oh, and he missed that. Crazy. Although with the lesser health, he's not.
Damn it.
He's not keen to use his meter,
I probably should have done.
which I felt like he should have done. Yeah.
If you went level 3, that would have been game.
Or I suppose he's preserving it for Damon right about now. And it's down to the last wire for Crazy. He's gonna have to pull out a whole lot of craziness and succeed 24/7 like. And Clark is going to do as much damage as he can to the tank that is known as Damon. And just to exhaust all his meter, which I thought was a good idea. Crazy uses max moves as a means of approach, and he wins his first game.
What an outcome!
Decent use of meter right there.
Absolutely.
He's gonna pull out for a comeback. We'll see.
It's entirely possible.
Round 4.
Well, it certainly becomes a huge change in the mental game when you have your last character becomes like the sort of last line of defense. You certainly take more risks, which Crazy's been able to do, and it's been paying off each and every time. Ooh.
Oh, go away, go away.
And uncharacteristically so, Grim takes a very fearless vice, but when it comes to Damon, when it comes to Damon, he tends to be fearful, but I managed to snipe him with that grab. And Grimulus takes the first game. Impressionably. But well fought. Well fought indeed by Crazy.
Exactly.
Definitely gave her a run for money with Damon. Damon running all day, every day of the week.
See, Gill's mentioning that you can't safe jump and can't trip burn, can't break the armor off a grappler. You actually can, and in most cases you don't need to break the armor. Clark's, whoops. I should probably concentrate on what I'm doing, shouldn't I?
By means, you just need to watch your feet anyways.
Yep.
Watch your feet. I'll watch your head as well.
Exactly.
Well, you need to be going up and down anyways. Bit of a loop-de-loop gameplay right there. Watch your highs and watch your lows, but against Clark, watch your whole body. Great anticipation by that. As a logic player, you tend to not only go for sequential approaches, but you tend to block sequential block strings. So, unless you see some sort of diversity.
Oh, I see. Gill's saying it's not about needing to, it's about wanting to.
And it's so nice to see East London Fighters in the background. You know, the painting stage certainly repping the host of this wonderful event tonight.
What was that? I should have punished that.
And it's certainly a case of who's the most fearful Clark. And that was certainly the best use of meter right there.
Absolutely.
To finish his food. Unfortunately, it's a perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't say unfortunately, but
I don't like mirror matches at all.
both players decided to just fall back and see who's gonna reprend the first attack. Timberland to your face. Judo chop to your head. I just wonder how fighting in character can just unload with so many overheads like that. And still count it out as a combo without resetting. But crazy's not as crazy enough to counteract any of those blows to the head. But this is where it gets scary. And crazy goes forth as I imagined so. Ooh, what was that right there?
Oh, you see, I forgot about that. That dragon throw seems to stuff safe jumps.
It's reverse of a grab is something, but to be able to optimize like that, using the 1 meter, I was able to do so much damage. Anything
Rock punch.
goes, especially with Damon. He's using his meter very, very precisely. Oh, wrong use of the max mode, unfortunately.
What are you doing?
Oh, should I say? I spoke to Sue.
Believe it or not, I have actually played this game before.
I'm not begging to differ.
Oh,
Godlike. Player 2 wins.
Well, seems like Emmet's left.
yeah, well, he got knocked out, didn't he, unfortunately.
Final round.
I don't suppose there's any point in hanging around.
I suppose for
Oh,
you
nice.
fighters out there in the stream, I hope you're enjoying this. I know for certain I'll be hanging around with the gameplay I've seen tonight. And
Go
it
away!
took 7 hits to do 40%. I love a good character like that. But Ralph pressing all the buttons. And unfortunately, he misses that special. He misses it. He doesn't have enough meat to finish. That was so
my
unfortunate for Crazy.
I hate fighting Diamond. It makes you forget how to play. The fear is real.
It's Friday the 13th, which is falling upon you right now.
The fear is
That
absolutely
Jason
real.
with the giant shank.
Isn't it? Right, so I managed to, scrape through
The
with that one. And that gives us our next game of Lordigan versus Gill. That was scary. I never want to do that again.
Well, it was certainly an upheaval once Crazy uses his last card. It's certainly a jack out of the box.
Order select.
Now this match between Portugal's Lordigan and Scotland's GillStoleMyRide. Now Gill placed, I can't remember where he placed at Hype Spotting, the recent tournament that was in Scotland. But I know he placed quite well. I think he placed 7th or 6th. But he has some talent up there anyway. He did very, very well. So this should be a very interesting match. Gill with a very, very good fundamentals.
The longest time right now, I've just been trying to load up the brackets.
Yeah. I should mention that Gill's done a rather helpful collection of introductory King of Fighters 14 beginners videos. You should probably look them up.
Well, he was certainly got the fundamentals down. And to be teaching beginners, he's got something going for him.
Absolutely. He's got a very good
Learn a
understanding
lot
of the game.
Yeah, you can certainly learn a lot about his anticipative roundhouses and his option selects.
Well done.
And he certainly teaches people to watch their feet.
Yep.
He was sweeping the floor with that kick.
Round 2. Ready? Go.
So Crazy is saying that it feels awkward when you fight me. Is that a compliment? Am I too random? I think that's a compliment. I'm gonna take it as a compliment. All I know is that when I fight you and you're diamond, I'm literally, you know, bricks are leaving me in a rather fast fashion.
Well, I suppose your gameplay mainly revolves around the whole countering, the whole countermeasure of people's gameplay.
Well, I do like to counter poke.
Yeah.
I like to sit. Yeah. I like to
countermeasures in general.
Exactly. I like to sit just outside of range, and press buttons from there. Wow, Gill's definitely laying the smackdown here.
He is, and that was definitely the right normal for, well, the right special for the right time.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to say for Sam is that I suppose in terms of any future character picks, looking for that character, it just stops people from pressing buttons to definitely adhere to your gameplay. Be wary of how many times you use the projectiles. These can never approach like the way he does, so sweet. And with hop kicks like that, you pretty much booted your head off.
See, so I've noticed that Lordigan has decided to go with normal geese. Maybe the injection of life is actually going to do him favours. Nice combo. Unfortunately misses it. Doesn't continue. Stops the overhead.
Finally.
Stops the overhead again.
Oh, that was dirty.
It was incredible. Geese is a dirty fighter.
This is from the air. Oh, great block right there.
Absolutely. Managing to read overheads quite well.
I mean, it's been one of Rio's few options in this matchup so far. But this is going to be something like cat and mouse right now.
Yo, both of them have got air fireballs, haven't they? So I should imagine we see a lot of those.
Superior air fireballs, superior move sets in general. Oh,
doesn't finish the combo. Goes for the reset instead. Yeah.
He's laying a smackdown right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's disgusting. So
Gill just kind of forgetting the fundamentals briefly. I mean, he was crouching. Geese was in the air.
To be fair, Geese is a git to play against. He's got. It seems like his moves come out instantly.
Oh, is that age just coming against you?
Yeah. Yeah. You reach my age and everything happens at a different speed. Game 2.
I'm certainly enticed with the stage.
It's a brilliant
but
stage.
There's so much fast-paced action with kicks being flown everywhere. I'm thinking, is this a taekwondo final or something? We're seeing two Kims right now. Both players resorting to their kicks. Oh, what a way to unload. What a way to unload. Like, Lordigan is definitely controlling neutral with just his special moves alone.
That's what Joe's good at.
Yeah, that's certainly why I like Joe as a character. But he's just not someone I see playing, unfortunately. Like, I just couldn't do specials all day, otherwise.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I picked up Joe for a little while, but then realised how many buttons that you needed to press in order to play him, and realised that I was better off with Ralph.
Yeah, with me being a pad player, it just leaves me a lot of distance.
Yeah.
I suppose I like Antonov being able to do so much damage with so little buttons being pressed. The opposite to what I'm used to, anyways.
Yeah.
Complete. The range, just enough range to be able to start something. He was able to punch his projectile off.
Yep. Of course, that move
Definitely a
having.
countermeasure character, and that was something impressive. Being able to unload the overhead and optimize the damage off that each and every time. And that was a great option select by Gill. Certainly, both players just have something for each other. They fought each other before, most certainly.
I'm not so sure they have actually. You know, this little thing that we do here, this TNT, that we do tends to bring players together which haven't actually played before. I mean, obviously you get, you know, some of the London scene turn up, some of the Scottish scene turn up, but you get the occasional random player from the continent. Like I mentioned before, Lordigan is from Portugal. We have Memento Norway, who plays from Norway, obviously, and Kyoko Dash, who I think maybe Russian. I could be wrong.
Oh, he's definitely unloading that Siberian cold.
Yep. So here we go. Are we going to see another reverse OCV here from a live geese?
Live indeed. Oh, not so lively with that health being dropped and coupled. That was his last carry.
That's a good call with that combo.
That was his last character being able to do that. What a way to start with the light heart.
Nasty.
Now, this is the punch that I like to see. Not enough Rios do this. In just 4 hits, he was able to take a good 40% of his health. 4 hits.
That sets
Oh,
up.
that would have been dirty.
Yep. So Geese is literally fighting for his life here. Oh,
He does it so impressionably, but unfortunately, he had just low enough health
yeah.
to Gil to just finish however he wanted. However. That was certainly an impressive real game.
Gil managing to tie up the win count here. Of course, both players fighting to stay in the tournament, both of them fighting from losers.
So, first win for Gil. Oh, I suppose there's no time for character change or format change right now. Both players resorting to continue with what they got going for them, and knowing that they're so far ahead in this tournament. Players are playing phenomenally well.
What I'll say about Gil's playstyle, he seems to consider a hell of a lot, and I think he learns as well. He's a learner, so the more he plays, I think the better he gets.
He just has to. I mean, I was certainly talking about this whole momentum thing, and momentum becomes a thing where your mindset just evolves as the game is going along. If you got that going for you, you certainly become dangerous. He's just extinguishing that flame of Lordigan. That offensive flame anyways, but right now he hasn't where he wants him, and oh, what a great answer. Kicked him to Timbuktu. Oh, really want to vote against wild cards, but it doesn't matter. He kicked him right into the wall. He should be barred for that counter kick. And Gil is acting pretty evasive, but Lordigan just come with that unfounded grab. You know, look at the best thing is Lordigan. Hasn't been able to answer him, auditioning for some. It's how I was able to catch him with so many overheads, but that grab was definitely unaccounted for. Well, let's see, it's that impressionable punch by Rio again. I can easily see another 4 hits, just doing enough damage to change the tide of the game. But right now, it's just a scrabble. Oh, am I gonna see it? Gel certainly keeping Lordigan on his toes.
Indeed.
He wants it more. He
That
wants
corner
it more
pressure.
indeed.
Player 2 wins.
Gil is styling right about now.
Round 4. Ready, go!
He's certainly tapping to the finish, but Lordigan on his last character, he has all the meter. We're gonna see a few max modes, are we? Yep. And I do believe he used the max mode at the right time as well, but being able to finish is another thing. The way Lordigan's playing, he certainly gets that meter back just in due time. And that's the importance of being overly offensive as well. I tend to gravitate towards that sort of play style.
Yep. Oh, this is
Rio
going to
just
hurt.
has all the countermeasures. He just has all the countermeasures at close range. Understandably, both players have a character who can parry and countermeasure all day. But being able to reversal at the way Gil has been doing so far,
Yeah.
certainly just upset the tides.
Yeah. Shinefist101 is in the chat. He's mentioning that Lordigan does indeed have a lot of bars to use, and he probably should use them. Perhaps not going in at the moment. And if he did a probably level 2.
Projectile at least.
No, yeah, exactly. But level 2 super on the ground is super Rapuken. That probably would have killed through chip alone.
Countered him. Yeah.
The Lordigans, I hope Lordigan. I'm not showing favoritism here, but I'm hoping that Lordigan actually gets his Raging Storm super in at some point because he's going to need it against Yuri.
Are we gonna see it right now?
No.
With your last character, you best use your meter, mate.
You should probably stay back a little bit, I think.
You can finish anyway once.
There you go. GillStoleMyRide managing to steal Lordigan's spot.
Well,
Unlucky Gill.
Lordigan, anyway.
No, yeah, unlucky Lordigan. Of course, because Gill just won. Now, of course, that means...
Using a team to test ride throughout the tournament was something impressionable as well.
Yeah, so Gill has managed to move on, which means that he's now facing Crazy.
Grim.
Wow. This is going to be interesting. And I think Gill's waiting for me to actually call the match out, is he? No, you can start. So here we go, this is the losers final between GillStoleMyRide and Crazy 24/7. Now Gill's been playing pretty well today. Mind you, so is Crazy. I'm not able to call this match, I can't tell you where it's going to go. Will the patient style of GillStoleMyRide outplay the crazy style of Crazy 24/7? This should be interesting, here we go. With the King of Feelings scrolling in the background. On the left we have Crazy 24/7. On the right we have GillStoleMyRide.
Grim.
Yes?
What I was trying to say before is I keep cutting out on Discord for some reason.
Okay, well I can hear you now.
Yeah, I'm just glad I was able to anticipate this time. This first game, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen.
Right. So in answer to my question earlier as to why there was rival music between Rio and Geese, I wasn't entirely sure. I know, Mr. Combo. God Super has just told me it's because of Art of Fighting 2. Now, why didn't I remember that? You had young geese in the Art of Fighting series. See, there you go. There's my dementia kicking in, making me forget stuff.
Ooh. Oh, this is dementia, man.
Yeah, so Crazy managing to take the first round versus GillStoleMyRide.
Well, one thing I said before the match started, I believe Crazy would have used Damon as his second pick in the format, and I definitely agree with this. If Gil is going to be overly offensive, Damon's just going to be the guy to just place him back and make Gil really think about how he approaches this game.
Absolutely. But don't forget, Gil's incredibly patient.
Well, let's see how. Well, yeah, patience. Gil is not going to get so many combos in. He's just going to go for pokes and 2 burst damage and straight hits. Nice reversal right there. I've seen a little twitch from Crazy.
That was a great bait, by the way. Not enough people hop back. Backdash is your friend in this game sometimes, especially against grapplers.
Especially against Damon.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not going to be able to option select a grab or a dash back.
Now this will hurt right here. Into level 3. The damages.
And that was so scary watching it. It's actually playing it, I suppose.
Yeah. I saw you find yourself running so far away from Diamond. This given game.
Well, I suppose Gil is rolling in the sea as much as he's rolling in the game.
Yeah.
Because I felt that one.
Dream Kangles in the chat is saying that it was a strong punish by Diamond. Indeed, it was a strong punish. I hate fighting Diamond.
Well,
I'm noticing a tiny bit of slowdown there. It seems to have rectified itself.
Quite a few streamers are just echoing how much they hate to face the Diamond, a good one especially.
But
well,
thankfully,
sorry, ladies and gentlemen, he's off the screen now.
Yay! Everyone can start breathing now.
Ooh, Iori. Yeah, Crazy certainly has a very fearless Iori.
Indeed.
I've seen him offline. And he unloads with those those very smooth dashes.
That was a deep jump in.
One that was optimized effectively.
Okay, I'm wondering what's happening here. Is there
going
lag?
on there?
There's probably lag, which is that's typically a symbol as to back off a bit.
Lag as well. Well, you would think that Crazy was being twitchy. I just hope that doesn't affect this game right now. Oh, that was highly uncharacteristic with the max mode.
So Gil managing to sneak the first game. Well done, Gil. A bit of a dark horse. Makes me wonder if he's actually put himself in losers.
Well, I can tell you one thing. He's certainly going to have a lot more views in his tutorials on YouTube after this.
Exactly. Somebody, Dream Cankle's mentioning in this chat that he hadn't seen that Euro setup before. Do you know what? Neither had I. That was a very deep jump in.
Well,
see, I'm noticing slowdown here as well. This happens sometimes, unfortunately. You know, you have to remember that this is an online tournament and we don't have Japan's infrastructure.
well,
All internet is not created equal.
Anyway.
What was that?
Well, I was going to say we don't have most of the world's infrastructure anyways.
Well, there is that.
Most of Asia succeeding with 5G anyways. I bet they get the most impressions of online gameplay.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't stop us from seeing some well-fought games.
Oh.
I mean, what's going on? Like, Crazy's
I think Craze is.
one of those.
Player 2 wins.
Yeah, I suppose he's having some controller troubles right now.
Yeah.
Round 2.
Or perhaps due to the lag, he's missed quite a few setups. That happens.
Oh gosh. And even with his best character, he's approaching uncharacteristically so.
I should imagine that Craze is given up here. The lag doesn't seem that bad on this end. Perhaps it's literally just between them two.
Oh, Gil, you've got someone approach you, at least finish your food. Oh man, this is so sad. Oh.
So instead, I think Craze is just going to throw the match. Which is a shame.
He's played phenomenally tonight. I mean, you might be online, but I suppose you could just give Crazy a hand right now. You might be having some troubles, but I do commend him. He's in a different team.
So Crazy has just confirmed in the chats that he's experiencing lag, unfortunately. So playing the game for him is like in slow motion. That does happen, I've noticed. It's weird because you can have a perfect connection against somebody in, say, I don't know, Luxembourg, and it feels like they're in the same room as you, but you know, you're in the same country, you know, less than 300 miles from each other.
Well, I suppose if it was offline, it'd be the equivalent to smoking weed and going to a 20.
Yeah, why would you do that?
Well, I suppose the whole weed thing means that you're in control of what you're doing.
Yeah, there is
but
that.
lag is a different story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately beyond our control. In this day and age, it's something which we shouldn't really have, but unfortunately we do. And until sort of, you know, the UK catch up with Japan, which probably isn't going to happen for the next 30 years.
Yeah, we see Gil just getting that tidal wave up to the finals. He gets a tidal, well, it's kind of like a jog on a long marathon, taking the taxi ride, a shortcut to the finals, but I'm not going to hold it against him anyway. He has been playing phenomenally with his adaptation, his anticipation as well.
Absolutely.
He's certainly going to get a lot of views in his YouTube tutorials.
He will. And do you know what? I've actually seen some of Gill's tutorials. I haven't watched all of them because I don't consider myself to be an absolute beginner. But I would say check it out because you probably learned something you hadn't considered.
And for all you Clarks out there, you're certainly going to learn a lot from the Europeans. #1 Clark player on KOF.
Right, so which team should I go with now?
Well, I suppose this imminent Team B that you've been speaking of, no one really knows what it is so far.
This is Team B. Team A still has King in it. So I'll put... He has Yuri.
Yeah. Well, Yuri is final. Yuri is final, using it as an upper card.
So this is the finals between myself and Gill. Haven't actually done the scoreboard, so we'll do that shortly.
Let the games begin.
Whoops.
Well, this is certainly going to be an intensive finals. Both players decided not to take too much risk in the beginning of the round. The pace will certainly be different. You don't want to be making mistakes like that, my friend. Certainly in the finals. But I understand Gil is just keen to use his reversals.
Oh, nice.
Kind of counteract any of Clark's roll-ins or quick jumps. But from what I can see here, Gil has certainly lost that one character that can easily counteract most of Clark's approaches.
Yeah, it's going to be an uphill struggle now, I think.
Mm.
Oh no!
I mean,
Those moments when you actually see the overhead.
Oh. Ah,
Oh, jumps through me.
and that was a very decent bait by Gil with the neutral kick. Oh, we're gonna see a fearless Vice right now.
We'll see.
やろうか Round 3
Gil may have downloaded me.
Grab. I suppose I might have downloaded you as well.
Good punish.
Right now, it seems like Gil has you at 99%. Hurts.
It does
That
indeed.
50% damage. That's just so unweary to see. But where Gil had that 50%, Grimulus just seems to answer back with damage.
Ah,
That was a costly charge, but luckily Gil wasn't able to anticipate that mistake. But it's a bit of straight damage right now. Both players just need to really take it easy. We both had enough meat up to be able to finish their food.
right, so managed to scrape through that one.
And Grimulus standing on top of Rio's head, very iconically. Very symbolically as well. Grimulus very wary of Gil's hop kicks, as he's seen from the last game. But,
Aha.
Grimulus very keen to snipe Gil at the moment, and there's the imminent overhead. Watch your head, otherwise you will receive a blessing.
Oh no!
A blessing from that overhead shot. Oh, that was the wrong time to use max mode, and
I actually missed the
unfortunately
corner
Grimulus
grab.
capitalizes on the mistake. And that's the first game. So, best out of 5.
It's best
I
out of,
suppose.
it is best out of 5 in the final. Do you want to stick to the same team? Do I want to stick to the same team? Yeah. I'm not going to change.
Oh, Grimulus using his prominent team B, whilst Gil decides to
Mission start.
stick with his team. She's taking him this far, I must recommend anyway. Get to see another one of my favorite stages. It's a good way to play the finals.
Whoops.
Up in the night of day, you know, the night time right now. Yeah, to see the game whilst it lasts. Gil, I don't know who has the statistics right now, but he's been able to get most of his anti-airs. That roundhouse kick seems to be the best answer for all those approaches from Grim anyways.
Nice.
Unfortunately, he's been able to use that mode just well enough. Very efficient. In each mistake, he's just able to have an answer, and Grim was unable to get that grab. But he's able to evade at the right time.
That's okay.
I suppose I would have been caught off guard with that jump, that hop kick. Once he was running in, he's very eager to get that grab. Oh, that hurt. I can hear the scream from Vice. Oh, I was detecting the overhead right there, but I suppose Grim isn't that methodical, especially during the finals. You wouldn't want to be doing the same thing over and over. Oh, whiplash to the head.
Right, so advise managing to tie it up so both of us are on our second character now.
それじゃあ始めるか Round 3 Ready Go
Ooh. He had the right idea about things, unfortunately.
Oh,
Enough range to answer. Ah, I love to see that. He's at quite the right place. All it takes is a hot kick from Rio. Both characters can easily unload with the overhead. Gil is certainly on the ball with his defense. Oh, but I spoke too soon. Ooh. Three. Laid a smackdown. Oh my goodness! That mistake could have cost him. Trades.
Player 2 wins.
Well, it's better than a draw. Can never be satisfactory with a draw, anyways. But
right, so here
Grim
we
was
go.
just able to take enough health to make it count for the last character he has. Stole. And I know for certain Gil is trying to diminish as much of Grim's health as he could, but Grim had the best answer at that point. A move that he doesn't use often.
No. But Ralph has now got no bar, which is not great, if I'm honest.
And Grim's just had to get some meter.
Is that going to connect?
And
Yes, it is.
Gil had the answer. With that
Great
level
punish.
3. That was a great punish indeed. It was a level 3 for your troubles. And Gil being able to do something with Yuri hasn't done throughout the whole tourney, which is put someone in the corner and just put them in that unease position. Ralph is definitely covering himself.
Oh no.
Covering for himself. And this could come down to the wire. Wow. Grimulus being very uncharacteristic. He's taking all kinds of risks in this game, set match.
It is indeed. Okay, so Gil has managed to take a game back.
It's 1-0.
See, of course, I should mention, of course, if Gil, it's 1-1. Crazy, it's 1-1. But of course, this is the grand final. It is a bracket to reset. So Gil does have to win 3 games here because it's best out of 5
Yeah.
to reset the bracket and then do it all again, unfortunately.
Mission start
So it really is a drama story when you can come out losers. The thing is hard to do. But when you are continuing to thrash that's another thing on its own. And that was a great interjection right there.
Nice backdash.
Definitely diminish that flame. Rubber is something like a fire extinguisher to Grimulus' Clark. Well, that was a great way to grab and catch someone out of the air. Ah, this game. Set and macho.
Of course, I wouldn't ordinarily have used a super there, but I don't like Robert. I need to get him gone. His legs are too long. It's far too effective.
Well, I can understand a bit of character prejudice allows you to use the meter just the right time. Well, fair dues, use the meter at the right time. This is the finals. Any troubled characters need to be gone. And Gillus has been able to defends just in time. That was a nice overhead that was missed. I noticed for Gil, he always...
Ora. That's crazy. So yeah, score is 1-1. Gil has to win a number of games before he resets the bracket.
Oh, that's a good 5 games right there.
Yep.
Altogether. Understandably, Gil's got a lot in his hands, but what he's playing right now is being able to anticipate a lot of things. Ooh, that's got to hurt. That didn't hurt, boss. No big. Right.
Nice.
Both players fairly on the ball. They're equal. Just had just enough meal.
Whoops. Now.
I'd say Gil certainly needs to anticipate those overheads, but now he's being the adapter right now.
Indeed.
I mean, he's certainly plugging in the USB to Grimulus' gameplays, downloading all of it.
Indeed, I'm actually being downloaded here. It doesn't feel very good to be downloaded.
Not at all. This is gonna hurt. Oh, Grimulus is certainly making the
Oh! Missed.
And that was very unfortunate. But what he makes up for the match with Mia to complement. I think Gil has certainly been playing phenomenally. Like,
Indeed.
He just makes up for each and every one of his mistakes. And that's the great essence of an online player as well.
See, now I finished at under 30 seconds, so I'm not going to get a huge amount of health back. Which is a pain
Not
against
enough
Yuri.
return score.
Yep, Ralph only actually needs two bars to be effective. He's got 4 in this instance, so that could be good.
Oh, I wouldn't say any level 3's being pulled out anytime soon. Oh, what happened there? Oh, the imminent hop kick. And Grimulus.
Oh, landed right on it. Now the question is, do I stick with that team? Or do I change the team? Hey, no.
Let's contemplating a character change right now.
Let's stick. Let's stay.
Whip.
Let's stay.
Oh, what Grimulus realizes thus far is that he has enough rounds to be able to experiment which team, try different approaches possibly, try different formats. And this is certainly a long day. I can imagine you fighting game, the avid fans in the stream right now. Hope you had a good night. This is one hell of a long night as well. But KOF certainly made it worthwhile.
Oh.
Oh, it's certainly a fight for space, so not too different from the animals. I keep saying this.
Oh, nice.
Oh, unfortunately, he didn't have enough range.
Do you know why that
Special.
failed? Most people would large hop over the fireballs. I short hops over that, which meant I got to the ground a little bit quicker.
それじゃあ始めるか Round 2 Ready Go
I really should
Wow.
guard against overhead, shouldn't I?
That was quite a distance overhead right there, and
Missed it.
he rolls in, be able to grab him from behind. Without shadow of a doubt, he was a shadow that just stalked him to death. Ah,
Good anti-air.
oh, he's been highly efficient with the anti-airs all day. All session.
面白いやろうか Round 3 Ready Go それや遅いそれいいね
Right. And Grim has
逃がさないよ
Grim has Gil precisely where he wants him if he goes with another grab like that. Drag him off the floor. And that was a great anticipation by Gil. We've seen enough overheads today for players to realize that they just don't need their blessings in their overhead anymore. Too many chops to the head. Definitely shatter your confidence in the game.
We have a winner Player 1 wins
And at least Grim was able to go through that last round with just enough meter that it counts.
バビッとやっつけちゃうぞ
Enough health meter anyways.
4 Ready Go
And he's at max as well.
それせいせいそれいいねせいヘア無限流
Caught my backdash.
奥義
That was pretty clever.
Option select at its finest. It's at least seeing the good 40% emanating from this. Whoa! Okay, 60%. It's good night, Yuri.
Right, and that
Probably the
brings-
name of Korean drama, but we're seeing drama right about now.
The score now is 2-all, crazy. 2-all. So, if Gil manages to win this, he resets the bracket. If I win this, I win the tournament. No character changes.
Mission start
Going straight in.
ほなやろうか
We'll see how this goes.
1 Ready Go 遊撃戦新友人権遊撃戦
Man, the anticipation kick. Both players, what I really noticed, the game's really methodical and systematic. But against each other, I suppose that
Nice
leaves them at
backdash.
a blank defensively. If each overhead's going to be blocked, each jump is going to be kicked off. I suppose both players right now is combative with each other. Just unloading with as much damage optimization as possible.
Good job Player 1 wins
Clark managing to do his work there.
それじゃあ始めるか Round 2 Ready Go ほりゃほっおっとほりゃ
Great activation. Into level 2.
Great activation speed. Oh, I wouldn't have it any other way. That was a well-warranted level 2.
Caught my roll. Going for a safe jump setup. Very cautiously. Gill opting to do the one thing that would beat every single one of my buttons is Dragon Punch. Even on block, that would have killed. That's absolutely fine. I respect that 100%.
Well, I suppose if someone did fall off, then it would take much longer to recuperate.
Round 3. Ready? Go!
Oh, so unfortunately missing.
Well, be reprimanded, ladies and gentlemen, because Grim only needs one win to see the whole tourney altogether and be tourney champion for the 3rd night in a row.
So again, we find ourselves in a situation where all he needs to do is tap me, even on block. Yeah, indeed. Street Fighter 4 combo, isn't it crazy? It works though. I might have to change my team after this.
Round 4. Ready? Go!
Oh, really? Overhead again? Oh no!
Just so you know, ladies and gentlemen, Grim is just on the way to winning this.
I'll take it. It was messy. But after a long and hard battle, I managed to somehow scrape through that. I'll take it. Girl, that was a really, really good set. Well played. Now, for those of you who are watching and you actually want to get involved in our Thursday night tournaments, feel free to. You know, we're here every Thursday, either doing tournaments or an open lobby, but we're actually on our 6th TNT UK at the moment, and we're actually going to go to 10 and then we're going to take a break for a little while because that'll be the end of the first season. Now, I call it TNT UK, and TNT is Tournament Night Thursday because we do a tournament pretty much every Thursday. But it's not only for the UK, we actually do EU entrants as well, which is cool. GillStoleMyRide has clipped something here. Let's have a look at that.
Yeah, that's a thing. It's a scrub thing, but it's a thing.
Indeed. I think I saw you try that on me, Gil.
I'm alive.
That's Dragon Punch into Sleeper. I don't know why
Oh my god!
it didn't actually connect. I'm sure there's a reason as to why. But there you go. But yeah, so as I was saying, if you want to get involved, please do. We're here every single Thursday. You can contact us either through Twitter at East London FGC. We're on YouTube as well, East London Fighters, and obviously we're on Twitch. We're also on Facebook at East London FGC. Also, or I'll be East London Fighters on Facebook. I can't remember. But either way, we're there. You can find us. Join up, get involved, be a part of it, because you're always welcome.